Hi and welcome to Kat's Crafty Corner. I am your host Kathy from the La Crosse Public Library, and today I want to introduce you to a tool. Some of you may know about them and some of you may not know. But what I want to show you today is a stamping platform. The one here in my hands is from Stampin' Up and it's called a Stamparatus. However, there are many different types on the market, so don't always need to use the Stampin' Up one. There are other ones that are available to a person from a very low cost to a very high cost. Now let me get my work surface ready and turn the camera around so then I can demonstrate why a stamping platform is a nice tool to have in your collection. Most stampers know when you're using a stamping block, 85% of the time you get a nice, clear, precise image. There is that 15% of the time, and especially when you're making something very special, your image just gets blurry. There's a little misstamped area and you need to reapply ink and you're trying to align it and it just doesn't look good. So let me just demonstrate. So I am going to use the stamp, especially with bigger stamps, this happy, happy, happy birthday. I'm going to stamp this onto my sheet of paper here. And that's usually where it happens, is that you're working with a bigger stamp and you don't get enough ink on it, you're not getting enough pressure, and it doesn't turn out well. So I'm just going to stamp this. So, and I'm gonna bring it up. Not too bad, it's a little faint in certain areas. So let me try to re-stamp this. A little more ink on my stamp. Try to align it up properly again and see if I can do that. And here I go, get it stamped. Oh, now this is completely blurry, unless this is the look you're trying to go for. This is not the look I am trying to go for this particular stamp. So let me remove this and I am going to bring my stamping platform over here. And a stamping platform is a tool you use for creating clean, precise, aligned stamps every time. It's perfect for repeating stamps, positioning, aligning letters, and stamping in layers. And in regards with stamping in layers, I have a stamp set here on my desk that is one of those multi-type stamps images. This one. As you can see, the happy and the birthday, you would multi-stamp this. And if I'm making multiple happy birthday cards, I would like to use a stamp position with this neat feature that the Stamparatus has on theirs, is that they have two hinges for windows. So I can place half of it here and half of it here, and I can work one here, one there. I will demonstrate with this happy birthday in a few minutes. But let's do and demonstrate this happy, happy, happy one and show you how nice and clean it looks using a stamping position. So I'm going to actually place it the reverse, the side onto my paper, and the reverse side is basically the groove side, and you want the flat side to go onto your hinge platform. And this is basically for the simple fact that this is your stamping block actually. This becomes the stamping block. As you notice, I had some stuff already on here from my previous inking, and this is not going to affect it. I'm going to ink up my stamp, and then I'm going to place it on top of here. I'm going to use some pressure. I'm going to actually use my brayer. I find a brayer works very well in giving me equal alignment and pressure on my stamps, and that I don't have to stamp them as often. There is one, and I'm going to do it one more time because I see a little spot, couple spots in the H area that I want to cover up. Get a little bit darker. Put a little more pressure. And see, there it is. Now, if I compare this one, we're using the stamping platform, but compare to this one, when I use a stamping block, you can see that there is a difference. One is a little bit more clear and crisp, the other one, and a little darker. The other one is blurry and it can get your eyes going in a weird direction. So this is one of the key things of why a stamping platform is handy, is that you don't have to worry about realigning things up, and it takes it into a nice spot. So I'm just cleaning up my stamp. Now let me show you this happy birthday one. Grab a piece of paper, put my magnets on it. This is how the paper stays in position at the moment. And I just notice, got a little ink on it, so I'm gonna flip it over. Now I'm going to put in my other hinge lid, grab my stamps, and I'm going to do the AP first. I'm going to put it right there, I believe. I'm going to grab this lid. I'm going to make sure that that sticks well, paper stays. And then I am going to use bubble gum ink and see how that looks. So apply my briar to it. Not fully covered. So I'm going to apply more ink, but I don't have to worry about getting it aligned correctly. My stamp positioner does all that for me. Let me grab that, see how that looks. I'm gonna do one more. And this is what I really like about this. I can do as many layers of ink on top of my stamp, and knowing that when I put the lid down, it is going to go into the exact same spot. So I'm going to leave that because I'm going to be mass producing some of my birthday cards. And then I'm going to grow and get coral reef, and I need the HPY. So I'm going to line this up just like this. See where I want to go. Make sure things look good there. Then I'm going to take my top one and I'm going to use this. And grab it. I'll add ink to my coral reef here. Put that down. Grab my briar. Get some ink. I know I'm going to have to apply another layer of ink to it, but let's just look. That works wonderful. And as I'm working this, and if I'm doing multiple cards, I can switch out this piece of paper and just leave my stamps where they are on the lids, and it will recreate in the exact same spot. Now I know that if I was using a stamping block, I would not be able to get the coverage that I have here. And as you look, you can see the ink has to dry, and it will dry in more of a solid look. But I would not be able to do that using just a regular old-fashioned stamping block. So this is one of the main reasons why I believe a stamping platform is handy to have in your collection of tools if you are a paper crafter or you just like to work with stamps. Cleaning off my stamp platform. The other thing is that you can also use this stamping platform with wooden stamps if you remove the wooden block for them. You just need to take out this piece of layer here, and then you have a little bit more depth, and you can use the thicker stamping that you may have in your collection. just want to take a moment and review the images that we received with the stamping block and the stamping platform. This one I did with the stamping block. As you can see, I had to re-stamp it in the video, and so that things didn't get aligned perfectly. And you can see on the image that things need to be a little bit more aligned in order to be able to use this one. Then I took this image, the happy, 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 and used my stamping block. And I got almost a near perfect image to use there. This one is bright. The things are perfectly aligned. It just works very well. Then also a stamping platform will do multi-stamp images. And those come in handy at times when you buy something special like this happy birthday one, or if you buy a flower and it gives it more depth. They're just a little bit handier to have on hand as that stamping platform. I want to take a moment and thank everyone for attending another Cat's Crafty Corner, and I hope to see you very soon.